This week on Dingus versus Wild, a nautical adventure for the ages as our salty seamen set sail onto the wild waters of Australia's southern coast. With Captain Little Kieran at the helm and his first mate The Unit, we explore the icy and treacherous waters of the Recherche Archipelago in search of sharks, kangaroos, and even the most feared of all, dragons. All that and more this week on Dingus versus Wild. On the evening in question, we join Dingus Wild and friends gearing up for a night dive.
Can you raise my SD card?
As I fight my way into my new Rob Allen wetsuit, Tiens is rounding out the final hours of putting together his camera.
Show us your camera. Beautiful pink camera. Smoking a joint, then going swimming with great whites. Alright. Let's go diving. Hey, the unit. Are you about ready with your, about done with your 6-hour scuba dive prep? Yeah, KB over here. And we're about to go for a scuba dibber adventure. You do that so you didn't have to do extra work, huh? Yeah, extra work. Yeah. All right, send it, boys. Fucking hell, look how bright your lights are. What's it look like?
Weedy sea dragons are found exclusively in the southern coastal waters of Australia, mate. Sea dragons are masters of camouflage, using their leaf-like appendages to blend in with their environment. These here sea dragons are widely known as the deadbeat moms of the aquatic world. The female transfers up to 300 eggs to the male's brood patch. Then she says she's going out for a pack of cigarettes and never comes back, leaving the male to do the hard yards and fertilize and care for the eggs. Sea dragons feed on small crustaceans, plankton, and larval fish. They use their long, tubular snouts to create a strong suction with which to rapidly suck in prey. And, yeah, that's all I know about sea dragons.
Oh, God. How'd you go, Tiens?
That night, Dingus and friends slept soundly at anchor. But when they awoke the next morning, everyone was ready to get right back in the water. Well, at least most of us were.
Wake up! Let's go scuba diving! Let's go! Wake up! We're going scuba diving! We're going drinking through the quad into the gymnasium!
But before we head off scuba goobering through the quad into the gymnasium, a quick word from our sponsors.
Nothing like waking up to the sweet, sweet aroma to International Roast. A proud sponsor of Dingus vs. Wild since 1996. Slimy, but satisfying.
Thoroughly caffeinated with the ice-cold, smooth and refreshing flavors of International Roast, it was now time to return to the depths. This time, in search of the very rare and very strange leafy sea dragon. Leafy sea dragons are shaped to give themselves near perfect camouflage in seaweed. But contrary to popular belief, their leaf-like olive-tinted appendages are actually not used for swimming. Instead, this little leafy dog propels itself with a pectoral fin on the ridge of its neck and a dorsal fin on its back closer to the tail. These little bitty swimmy fins are almost completely transparent, allowing the dragon to maintain the illusion of floating seaweed even while swimming. Leafy sea dragons are generally brown to yellow in color, but they can also change color to blend in like a chameleon. It ain't known if leafy sea dragons are preyed upon by other animals. However, they are frequently taken by divers who want to keep them as pets, which is very bad. Leafy sea dragon populations declined so drastically due to the aquarium trade in the early 1990s that the Australian government has placed a complete protection on the species now. Leafy sea dragons have been totally protected in Western Australia since 1991. So don't y'all go trying to tame these dragons now, and let's keep the wild wild. Back on the mothership, we were now on the lookout for some terrestrial wildlife. Hey, Little Kieran, where's these sunbitching kangaroos?
Some of the bush at the moment. Well, when I come to the beach and tan, but the bush fashion. That's about it.
Oh, and we gotta keep an eye out for these hobby bastards.
Well, it wasn't long at all until we did spot some beachroos, so we took the tender ashore to get a closer look at these kangaroos that were behaving very strangely indeed.
Some very good wild here, very good natured. Out in the wild here in Lucky Bay, little wild little beachroos, munching on pufferfish, munching on little grass. They're omnivorous beings. They have evolved to come one with their aquatic environment here on Dingus vs. Wild.
Kangaroos are generally known to be herbivorous, eating mainly leaves and grass in the wild. But these kangaroos in Esperance have developed a taste for blood. seen here chowing down on a washed-up pufferfish. Pufferfish is a notoriously poisonous fish that contains a lethal toxin known as tetrodotoxin. As little as 2 milligrams is enough to kill an adult human. But these kangaroos seem to tolerate it just fine, apart from the fact that they look like they're tripping balls. Next week on Dingus versus Wild. In the thrilling conclusion to our Esperance diving adventure, Dingus and friends take to the open seas in search of the largest diveable shipwreck in Australia, the Sanko Harvest, or as it's more commonly known, the Pancake Breakfast. Sea log, day 4.
2019.
We've just discovered the Pancake Breakfast wreck. It's been undiscovered for many weeks now. This boat ran aground in 1991 and spilled lots of grain and phosphates. So we're here to recover that. This 174 meter long cargo ship rests over 40 meters below the surface of the wild and often inaccessible seas of the Southern Ocean.
That's where I was pretty certain the bridge was over there, and where it's broken into two pieces is there. Because I just went over there. I was in like 8 meters. Would you rather drop on that instead of 15-20 meters?
Well, I think I would, because like if we miss the bridge,
You missed the whole thing.
like it's going to be really hard to hit the bridge because the bridge is 18 meters down, and we're probably going to drift on that 18 meters down. If we hit for the main ship, it's like 160 meters long.
Yeah.
The ship.
So,
Will our scuba goobers manage to survive this hazardous wreck dive in shark-infested waters? So I can tell right here, that's obviously the ladder. So we're definitely in a part of a boat that has...
Is that where you got stuck?
Well, I did get stuck multiple times. The shocking conclusion next week, right here on Dingus versus Wild. Pancake breakfast!